Let me go across to our guests joining us, Neeti Jain, spokesperson of the BJP, Meeta Chakrabarti from the Congress Party. I'm also joined by Krishank Mane from the BRS and Professor Naval Kishore, who's the RJD national spokesperson. Neeti, let me begin with you first up. The bill has been tabled today, and even though this was not originally in the agenda, it is a welcome surprise. Most parties are welcoming both the intention and the tabling of this bill. But the delimitation clause is being objected to. What is the justification of bringing this bill now, but then, keeping it in abeyance till a delimitation is done, which will certainly take at least 3 to 4 years, no more?
So you're asking me why has this been tabled now?
No, I'm saying, what do you think, according to you, as the member of the BJP, is the justification of bringing this bill now, but adding this delimitation clause, which means it will only be effective in another few years and certainly not before, for this election or upcoming elections?
Shivani, as far as the opposition is concerned, I think they just need a reason to bring about, a spoke in the wheel, as you put it, in everything that this government does. They have been raising questions about everything since the morning. There has been a debate upon whose bill is it, who is going to get the credit for this entire thing. The entire opposition sitting here for this bill has completely been non-committal in being able to pass it. So the BJP has probably been the only party. Ms. Chaturvedi's statement right before I started speaking, she said, "Hamare manifesto mein 9 saal se tha. Why did it not happen?" Because for the past 9 years, Modi ji has been ensuring the financial empowerment of women, social empowerment of women by different schemes like Mudra Yojana, Stand Up, Jan Dhan, and a lot of women have benefited from that. I'll give you the numbers if you give me the time.
No, fair enough. We get that. But let's come to the issue that I'm discussing.
The delimitation, see, all the details in this matter are going to be discussed tomorrow. I am not going to speculate on that matter. But there is a process for everything. There is a bill that has been passed, and there are certain circumstances that need to be taken care of before. You cannot haphazardly implement something and then regret it later. So this is a bill that has been passed. Let the opposition come in tomorrow and ask all of these questions and get a clarity from the government.
Okay, well, the bill is going to be discussed tomorrow in detail in Lok Sabha first, and hopefully we will get an explanation as to why the government felt that this should come into effect only post the delimitation exercise, which has been pending and which, of course, is one of those reasons the new parliament building has been built, because the number of representatives are going to increase. But let me take first comments from Meeta Chakrabarti as well. Is this delimitation clause a deal breaker for the Congress party, or do you feel that that is only a minor issue? Fundamentally, what is more important is that a bill like this gets passed, even if it was to kick in only from, let's say, 2029?
Good evening to all your viewers and good evening to all the fellow panelists. Now, it has been a long-standing demand of Indian National Congress to get this woman reservation bill passed. Let us not forget that in 1998, it was Rajiv Gandhi ji who introduced the idea of having woman reservation in Panchayat as well as urban local body elections, which later got implemented by P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, another Congress Prime Minister. And then later on, I think it was in UPA 2 during Dr. Manmohan Singh's regime, and when Mrs. Sonia Gandhi was the UPA chairperson in 2010, that this bill actually got passed in Rajya Sabha. We didn't have the required numbers at that time.
The NDA government in between that also tabled this bill multiple times.
Multiple times, but did not manage to get it passed.
You didn't manage to get it passed either.
We managed to get it passed. We managed, if you can
one by one,
give me some uninterrupted time.
Yeah.
If you can give me some uninterrupted time, please. In 2010, we did manage to get it passed in Rajya Sabha. Yes, we did not have the required numbers by ourselves in Lok Sabha, and hence we could not get it passed. But this has been a long-standing demand. BJP since 2014 had the required number, and the bill had not lapsed in Rajya Sabha, the one that got passed. From 2014, in the past 9 years, BJP had absolute majority in Lok Sabha. We had been writing, both Mrs. Gandhi as well as Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the former Congress presidents, had written multiple times to the Prime Minister requesting for this bill to be passed. It has been a long-standing demand of the Congress party, and
Okay.
yet in 9 years, despite having, and just give me 30 more seconds, please. Despite having a complete majority, this bill was not passed. Now that it has been passed, it is an additional clause has been introduced, which was not there in the bill that got passed in 2010, mind you, which talks about having the census done, the result being published, and then the delimitation to take place. Now, my limited point is, first of all, India is the only country in G20 which has not got its census done. It was supposed to be done in 2021. COVID happened around the world, but due to the reasons related to COVID, it has not been done even in 2023. So it's a matter of great concern and shame. Number two, let the census happen, let the delimitation happen, and let whatever number of seats we come up with. But why link delimitation with woman reservation?
Okay.
Even then, it would be 33%. Even now, it is 33%. How are these two concepts getting linked? It is just a ploy to grab the headlines, not to deliver, because there is no way the census and delimitation can take place before the 2024 general elections. And it is just a process of delaying the whole thing. So you have grabbed the headlines, you have met the news, but you are actually not delivering on the ground. And as an
Okay, but
opposition,
I asked
we are
you, my
well within
question
our
to
rights
you,
raise
Meeta,
this
my question
concern.
to you very quickly was that, is the Congress still going to vote in favor of this bill, despite this clause?
We have been tabling this bill. We have been requesting for this bill to be passed time and again. And as Rahul Gandhi ji has stated even yesterday, that you have our unconditional support for the passage of this bill.
Okay.
So we support this bill, but we are very concerned about this introduction of delimitation clause, which was not there in the original bill in the Rajya Sabha.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
delay